before I waste another spell slot.
All right.
If you use your medical kit, you get to you get 10 shots with that. It's an automatic raise. He's up
Mm-hmm.
with use of your kit used, and those things are only 5 goals. We'll get
Yeah,
more.
man. If you like crit fail on that, it's gonna be
Well,
bad.
yeah. Well, I don't have any kits for that, so.
All right. So
You got a heal.
Kodojo, go ahead
Give him a
and
potion.
Well,
I'll
well,
save.
let me just see what happens with that roll first.
he's at one death saving throw. All right. So Kodojo, go ahead and do a death saving throw. If he rolls a 1, he dies. I mean, just why did he not do this? All right, you are at two fails on the life and death pendulum.
Okay,
Can I
never mind.
assist?
You are at one success and
I'll
2 death.
Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm
Why
just
would
going
you wanna
to take
do
one of
that?
the
I don't
potions I have
understand
in my
that.
bag and stuff it down his throat.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a 2d4 plus 2.
I feel silly, Dave.
He could have died. If he rolled a 1, he would have died. I mean,
like
seriously.
I don't understand half of the mechanics that are going on just now. And you're going kind of fast, so he died. There
He
was a little
didn't
bit
die.
of RP.
He went down. He was unconscious. All right.
Okay, so he was unconscious.
So he was unconscious.
Just walk me through it. I'm confused.
Everyone was starting to withdraw. All of the enemies were withdrawing. He was at 0. He made his first successful save. All right, when it was his turn, he did one successful save. Now, when you're unconscious, if you take any damage whatsoever, you get an automatic fail. There's no saving throw roll in that. You automatically take one. Abkinshin, thank you very much for the follow.
Okay.
So when he took one, that made him have one success. You can click on your character sheet where it says hit points. You can read that and get familiar with that, and that's the mechanic for life and death basically. And
See, I know the save part, but what can other people do to impact what's going on?
well, Krivgar was there and he did not do anything. So, okay, he wanted to see how the roll went. So he was already at 1 death and 1 life. The death was from the actual kick of the half dragon. That automatically gave him 1. He had 1 because he rolled, I think it was an 18. So he was at 1 and 1. Whenever you get to 3, if you get 3, successful rolls, then you stabilize at 1 hit point. If you get 3 bad marks or death fails, then you die. That's how it works. So whatever gets to 3 first, and he was at 1 and 1, and then Krivgar was out there. He didn't want to use a healing kit on him or a spell or a potion, so enough time went by. So I have him make another set. Every round he has to make a death saving throw. That's how it works. So he made his second roll. He failed it, so that made him have 1 success and 2 unsuccessful saves. So now he's on the verge of dying. His condition got worse. So that's when Krivgar said, okay, I take a healing potion and I administer it to him. So now he rolled a 7. He's back up to, he's conscious again. So now he doesn't have to make any more saving throws. But the best thing, the thing you should probably do is read that handout on the character sheet.
Yeah, I have a question about part of the handout that I was hoping you could clarify for me.
Sure.
Okay, it talks about stabilizing a creature and that you can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature.
Correct.
And it requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check.
Correct.
So we can do that without this medicine kit item people keep talking about?
Correct, but you use your action, and if you fail your check, then it could kill them. I mean, if you have the heal kits, just use a charge. A heal kit has 10 charges. They're only 5 gold. So, there's different things you can do. You can heal this person with a spell, or give them a healing potion, or use a scroll of healing. Second thing you can do is do a DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check. That has a chance of failure, so that can fail. The third thing you can do is just use the medicine kit outright, expend one of the charges of the medicine kit, and you don't have to roll the DC 10 Wisdom /medicine check. So the most fastest and most guaranteed thing to do is to just use the med kit, use the medical kit, expend a charge, because Kodojo rolled a 7. If he rolled a 1 counts as 2 strikes. He already had 1. This happened to Zerker last Saturday night. If you guys had watched Saturday, Zerker went from 1, and he rolled a critical failure. So he died. He went from 1 to 3 in 1 roll, and he died.
So if we all tried doing a DC 10 wisdom check, we would all be able to at least attempt to save him in a round?
No, because if we fail, then we not give him a death charge.
Yeah, but if you all fail, then
we don't
he
give
has
him a death charge, do we?
No.
Yeah.
If you all fail, then he has to do a saving throw when it's back to his turn.
True, but the last person in line could use a potion on him, right?
That's if you guys want to do it that way. So, and that's why I went ahead and had him do another roll, because there was no one else stepping up and saying,
okay, I'm sorry,
okay,
I just didn't
I'm
know what
doing
my
this or I'm
options
doing
were.
that. No, it's okay. Just read over that, and it's pretty easy in 5e actually. I mean, you can literally you can't. The only way that you can die outright from an attack is if you take basically your max hit points. So if you have 50 hit points and you take 100 damage, that's pretty much how you're going to die. Like if a dragon breathes on you for 100, then you'll probably die. Or if you're level 1 and you have 7 hit points, and then Landradrosa just hits you for 20, then you would die outright. But then there's no negatives in 5e. It's all 0. So
can we, while we're at this keep, can we buy like these med packs? Because I don't think I picked any up when I first did my character.
I gave you guys med. Somebody took a med pack, because I remember whenever you guys were going through the tunnel, I remember that the quartermaster offered you supplies, and I remember someone saying, I'll take a med kit or a healing kit. I remember that. So somebody had a healing kit. I guess maybe somebody didn't put it on their sheet or something. I'll rewatch the video, but I remember the quartermaster asking if any supplies were needed when you guys were going to go through the tunnel and head out that way. So, if you ever have any questions on that, guys, I don't mind answering. I don't mind that at all.
So wait, do you want me to roll the 2d4 for Kodojo, or do you want Kodojo to do it?
Well, who rolled it? Kodojo, nope, you can go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2, because you're the one administering the potion, so you go ahead and administer it. Wow, max. So, Kodojo, you come too. And you can see basically the party is gathered around you. You've got several large wounds on your chest. All you remember is this dragonborn, well, not this dragonborn, but this half-dragon humanoid slashing you massively with a greatsword, and then you go down. You remember you had just enough energy, you were trying to get back onto your feet, and then you just blacked out.
I asked the group what happened.
You got your ass whooped, that's what happened.
Exactly what I thought was going to happen. You get your ass handed to you. Next time we'll discuss if we're going to do something like this. You don't just run out there.
Oh yes, let's discuss while 4 people are being held hostage.
That's true.
Durak will shake his head and
I like
say,
that.
"Well, if he's fine, if he's not dying, I'm going back into the keep, and I'll just turn around and walk back into the keep."
Ooh. All right. So you go back in. Now let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. I want everybody to take 50 EXP and everybody gets 50 EXP apiece for that encounter, because Kodojo basically stuck his neck out there, and you guys should be rewarded for that. So everybody gets 50 EXP. So what are you guys at now?
455.
455. Nice. You guys get it at 900, I think?
Yeah, 900.
Alright, so what is everyone else doing? Rurak starts to head back into the keep muttering something. He's walking back in.
Rogue is going to shake his head and follow Rorok back into the keep.
Ooh.
I'll help Kodojo up.
I'm just going to take my empty potion vial and follow the rogue and barbarian back inside.
Go to the healing potion dispenser and refill it. I love it.
I'll go buy a
If
med
only.
kit.
All right.
I think we should ask for one as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody asking for a healing kit. I do remember asking for a healing potion.
I don't remember ever needing these in other games I've played, so I'm
It's
was ill.
It's a new
ill
mechanic.
prepared.
It's 5th edition. It's a new mechanic, and it's no problem. I mean, you guys don't worry about it. I'll rewatch it. I could have swore that I offered you guys supplies before you guys went out. So, all right. So you guys get back into the keep. Everyone helps Kodojo back into the keep as well, I would assume. And Night Hill, he comes up to you with Escobert. He tells you that I am forever indebted to all of you. My friends, you've demonstrated your prowess all through this frightful night. I realize this is an awful burden to ask of you, but could you help us find out who these attackers were?
He wants us to do what for him now?
Sorry, you kind of went really quiet there, Dave.
I'm inclined to be helpful.
Basically, Nightil is indebted to you. He tells you that he is forever indebted to all of you. And then he basically says, my friends, you've demonstrated your prowess all through this frightful night. I realize this is an awful burden to ask of you because you have done so much already. But will you help us find this cult of the dragon? And he tells you that you are free to stay in his quarters within the castle tonight. You guys are going to get a long rest. All of the guards are calling down to Nighthill and Escobert that is down in the courtyard with you, and they are informing him that the rest of the cultists, the rest of the kobolds, the hired guards, they're all leaving Greenest. It is now about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, it's
I will take you up on that bed.
Can I
He tells you that his home is your home, and you can stay in his quarters, and it is inside the where the center keep is. There is a where all of the stockade is and everything. There's a room off to the side that is his personal quarters, and you guys can stay there for the night. There are some other nice cots and bunks brought into there. Also, food, water. Not a heavy dinner or anything. Just basically, rations are brought in. Some other dried foods, some fruits, some vegetables. No 4-course meal or anything. You guys are
Dave.
free to do what you want. Yes.
So, can I actually? I'm going to go and find Escobar. I want a word with him just about something that's been bugging me for a little while.
Okay. Escobert has a small quarter as well within the castle, and he says, "Yes, come in." And I guess you're probably going to go inside of the quarters, and you can see that he is undonning his armor and whatnot, putting his weapons on a weapon rack on the wall. And he says, yes, Rurak, what can I do for you? He says, I figured you would be resting with your companions. You've done so much this evil night.
Yeah, I've just got a question. You're the kind of military master of the keep. You know the ins and outs of the keep.
Aye.
You had the key to the tunnel that went outside.
Aye.
You said it was a straight passage down outside into the town.
Aye, it was. So
Wow.
I was told by my father, and then his father before him. He says, was that not accurate?
No, there was side passages cut out, not of dwarven crafting, but there were dwarven skeletons down there. You wouldn't have any idea why that's so.
I have no knowledge of this. No one has ever told me this. There should have just been one straight path all the way to the exit.
No, there's definitely a side passage there, and there's at least a couple of skeletal remains of dwarfs down there. I'd just like to see that they get a proper burial.
We will do that in the morning.
Okay, no problem. And well, I'll see you in the morning then.
Sleep well, my friend. You guys fought bravely. Everyone fought bravely.
Or foolishly.
Yeah.
And
you mean the Dragonborn? And he kind of chuckles.
Brave but foolish.
How was your Dragonborn friend? Is he gonna make it?
He'll be fine. He's a tough lad.
He's pretty good looking too.
Well, well, he's got a few more.
Yeah,
scars
he's
after.
really good looking.
Don't stop. He's got a few more scars after tonight. That's for sure, and not just physical ones.
No.
And I'll just turn round and go back to where we're
Okay.
up and down for the night.
Just it's like the next door over, so you're not going very far.
Well, no worries. Okay.
The Wilson of our game, dude. That is so good. That dude is going to be popping up all over the place. What are you doing here? I don't know. What are you doing here? All right. So what is everyone else doing? Rurak had his turn. Anyone else want to do anything? Looks like you guys are actually going to be able to actually get some R&R now. Like I said, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. You can start to hear some roosters crowing as well.
Krivgar is just going to find the closest pillow and topple over face first into a pillow and fall fast asleep.
All right, you get a very nice poofy cot with a very nice hay mat on it. Looks very comfortable, especially right now. And you basically black out as soon as you hit the cot.
Misty's gonna head down to the infirmary, see if they have any good wine. I think she needs some after such a hellish night.
They got plenty of wine. They have some dwarvish ale.
I'll take the Dwarvish ale, but I will definitely cast some magic on it to make it a little bit more fine. Closer to a fine elven wine, if you would.
I like it.
I also want to stop by Presto Changeo. Prestidigitation. I swing by the infirmary and I want to inquire about medkits and see if there would be any available for purchase.
All right. So, you stop by the quartermasters. It's sort of like a makeshift quartermaster area, and there's plenty of supplies there. You guys are more than welcome to any basic equipment that you guys want. The quartermaster has been instructed by both Escobert and by Nighthill to get whatever you and your companions need. So whatever you guys need, it will be taken care of by the town of Greenest.
So a couple kits then for me and my allies?
You can have 2 med kits, absolutely.
2 med kits it is.
Yep. In fact, here's a third. And the quartermaster throws you a third one.
Fabulous.
And then he
I will
says,
share some of my wine with him.
And then he says, and then all of a sudden Wilson pops up out of nowhere. Get the third one to the goddamn board! Let him use it next time! I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, he doesn't say that. But the quartermaster does give you a third med kit. And each one of those med kits have 10 charges, so.
Awesome.
Alright, so you've got your prestidigitated ale turned into wine. You've got your med kits. Anything else?
I will find the most comfortable bed to fall asleep in. I'm not hitting the first pillow. I'm making sure it's going to be a good night.
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of good-looking cots, especially to the way that you're feeling right now and how exhausted and how drained you are. All of those hay mattresses look really good right now, and they're extra floofy.
The wine helps.
And there's even a hay pillow on there. Usually, what you're not used to having, especially out while you're adventuring, anyways. So.
I'll take it, Dave. Thank you.
All right. So, that's it for Misty. What about Kodojo? How about you?
I guess I'm gonna just sort of lie on there and just sort of run my hand over the new scar and sort of think back to the military action that got me sent here in the first place, and also just thinking about that half dragon and sort of cursing it in my thoughts as I'm going to sleep.
You're wanting to get a piece of that thing later on, aren't you?
Oh yeah, revenge will be sweet.
It possibly will. There, you could definitely be running into him in the future.
And Dave, in the morning when we wake up, I'm gonna go around and ask to see if there's any plate armor or split or scale armor. I can't remember what's above chainmail.
Okay. Yep. We can do that in the morning for sure. So, do you want to do anything else, or are you pretty much gonna zonk out now? Because you're
I'm gonna zonk out.
pretty tired
I've been
as
beat
well.
up.
Yeah, you have been. All right. So you fall into unconsciousness as well. How about you, Zealous? What say you?
My journey to the quartermaster has resulted in my being able to top off my supply of arrows.
Take as many as you need. Take as many
And
as you
I'm
need to
ready.
fill your quiver.
And I'm ready to crash.
All right. So everyone crashes. Everyone gets a full night of sleep. Everyone wakes up. You guys are fully rested. You're at full hit points. Everyone gets their hit dice heals back. Everyone gets their spell slots back. Rages. Everything. Now, when you guys get up, you can. It's quiet, but you smell the cooking of meat, and you can also hear a very, very, very soft chatter outside. What appears to be outside. So what are you guys doing? You guys are all starting to wake up. It's about noon now. It's about midday. You guys actually had a great night's rest. Everyone feels a little bit rejuvenated. Well, actually, everybody feels a lot rejuvenated. Although, Silverclaw, your chest is still really sore. Although the wounds have been sort of cauterized from the healing magic that was used on you, but your chest is still sore. You're not going to get any kind of penalties on rolls or anything like that. You're just feeling a little rough this morning.
Well, Krivgar, since he just crashed right from the get-go, is just going to get up and restock his bolts in his quiver.
All right, so you want to go visit the quartermaster, I assume, right?
Yep.
All right, you can fill your quiver back up with the maximum amount of bolts.
Dave?
Sure, what's up?
I'd like to bring a healer's kit to Kodojo and present him the salve and say that if any of those scars are bugging him, I'd be happy to help.
Oh.
I've dealt with worse. I'll be fine.
Just make sure you take care of yourself. I don't need my front line falling now.
Oh,
you're
boy,
the
look
one
at
who keeps them
that.
off me, after all.
Oh.
All the while thinking, if I only had those katanas.
And Dave, after I'm finished with the quartermaster,
Mhm.
I'm going to find myself a nice spot where there's a bunch of people and just start playing my little pan flute for them.
You know what? I like that. Because as soon as you head out, you do your morning stretch and everything, the whole entire courtyard of the castle are filled with tables. And everyone is sitting down, and now the smell is really getting to you. You can smell meats. You can smell. There's one distinctive smell, and that is bacon. You can definitely tell that you can just see that everyone is eating just massive
Dwarf's
amounts
already
of
sitting
bacon.
there with a mountain of bacon in front of him and an ale. He's just scoffing it.
It looks like a major feast and a major celebration is going on for breakfast out in the courtyard. And there are hundreds of people that are out in this courtyard at tables, getting with one another. You see lots of people hugging, and it looks like a lot of people have been reunited with their families. There's a couple guards up on the ramparts keeping watch, but this is basically a time of celebration right now for the keep. What about everyone else? You
Dave,
guys are starting to smell these great smells now, as well as seeing that the door is open.
Dave, I'm going to go out and have breakfast before I go to the quartermaster.
Okay. There is plates and plates of, pork, of all kinds of different meats, bacons. I mean, there's just everything. Fruits, vegetables, pitchers of wine, water. There's ale. There's everything out there.
Dave, I grabbed Dragonborn size serving of a 6'8", 18 out of 20 looking Dragonborn size.
So you basically just walk right up to the cook that's basically slicing the bacon off of the nice big side there, and you just basically just take your short sword and just cut it off of the skewer and put it onto a massive wooden plate and walk away.
Yep.
His own haunch.
I grab a jug of wine.
The cook just kind of grumbles, says something, and then picks up his tin pint and wigs back a couple and starts to look like he's skewering up another large slab.
Oh, and after I do a good round of music and stuff for the people, I go up and grab, another Dragonborn-sized meal from the table as well.
There's another skewer there with a very nicely cooked piece, and he says a couple things, and you can hear Dragon as he's starting to load another one up on that skewer as well.
I'll break bread with my party. Citizen Guy, are you sitting down already?
I'm in line. I'm going to pick up a trencher and get out my eating knife, and hey, I'm going to get a chunk of this and a chunk of that and a chunk of the next thing and a couple of vegetables, and
there's cheeses.
I'm ready to eat.
There's everything.